Khloe Kardashian says losing Bruce Jenner was a huge blow to her. My second dad. Was taken away from me. Khloe Kardashian and Caitlyn Jenner are finally hashing out their differences. In a sneak peek from Sunday's upcoming episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe and her former stepfather sit down to talk and hopefully repair their strained relationship after months and months of distance following Caitlyn's transition. I just really feel like over the last year and a half we certainly have grown apart, the 67-year-old Olympian begins. Day after month after month, nobody calls, nobody checks in. Just, hey, how are you doing? I haven't gotten that phone call from anybody. You can't help but sit there and think, okay, is it because I transitioned? They don't like me anymore? I want to know what I did wrong, what I didn't do wrong, what I did right, and move forward. I don't necessarily want to say you did anything wrong cause I don't know if just because you didn't do something the way maybe I would have preferred that makes it wrong, Khloe responds. This family we deal with things very quickly. We don't have time to really process a lot of things because we're always on to the next, and for me at the time I just wasn't at a place in my life where I really could invest in new relationships or even something that's this heavy. She continues, referring to Caitlyn's comments about Kris Jenner in her 2015 Vanity Fair cover interview. It was very hard for me to experience a lot of new things so quickly and still feeling like I have to protect my mom and certain things that were happening where I felt like they might not have been the most positive. But then I was also like, this isn't even my fight to fight anymore. I have my own ass tea to deal with, so why don't you guys figure that stuff out? But I don't think Caitlyn is a bad person at all. Caitlyn says she understands Khloe was dealing with a lot at that time, especially Lamar Odom's hospitalization and recovery. But that's 23 years of my life invested in the family and you, she adds. Being there when you have good days and bad days and all the things you go through when you're growing up and sneaking out of the house and I found you and stuff like that. For me, you're all I remember, Bruce was, Khloe admits. So not having you in my life, it's a huge blow because I'm like okay, my second dad, this guy that I've grown up with, that raised me, was taken away from me, but no one really let me have that. See the emotional conversation in the clip above.